Hello friends, welcome. My name is Rain. Thank you so much for viewing this video. Today I am going to take you through a step-by-step lesson on how to use the YouTube software platform to do live stream broadcasts. I've had a few requests from friends for help on how to set these things up, and I personally had to learn myself as well, as little as maybe a month or two ago, and I credit a beautiful friend for helping me, and now I've decided I want to pay it forward. So I'm going to be posting this video on all of my channels. If you're subscribed to all of my channels, you might see a whole bunch of thumbnails that are similar. It's just because I'm posting it everywhere because I want everyone to benefit from this. I think it's a really good platform once you get to know it. It doesn't have all the perks that a streaming software platform has, but it has the views. In my opinion, it works much better for getting your video out there for people to see it than using a streaming software. And the proof is in the pudding if you look at your analytics. If you do an analytical survey of the live streams you've done with a streaming software such as StreamYard, and you compare that to live stream broadcast you've done using the YouTube software, the difference is very obvious. You get a lot more views with the YouTube software. So I'm going to show you step by step how to do that today. And this is for beginners, people who are starting not knowing how to do any of this. And I've got the chapters listed in the description below. If you're more advanced or if you know how to do certain things, feel free to skip ahead. Or if you want to watch the whole thing, maybe I can offer you a tip or a trick that you didn't know about. Now, just a disclaimer, like I said, I'm just learning all of this. So there are some aspects of this YouTube platform that I'm not quite aware of. But so far, it hasn't come up in something that I absolutely need. So why don't we start? So this video lesson comes in 3 parts. The first part is that I'm going to show you how to set up your YouTube account and what you need to do to actually go live. Can you see my dog? She's trying to get under the covers. I'm not cutting this part out. I just want you guys to see this. She's too silly. Okay. The second thing I'm going to show you is how to go live using your computer and your webcam. And the third part of this video is I'm going to show you how to go live using your phone. So let's get to it. The very first thing you need to do is to create a Gmail account. Now, for those of you who don't know, Google basically owns Gmail and YouTube. They're the same company, they're linked. So we always have to start with a Gmail account. If you have one, great. If you don't, I'm going to show you how to do that, okay? So you basically go to gmail.com and you create an account. You can choose for my personal use or for my work or business. I'm choosing for my personal use. And here they're going to ask you your first and last name, your basic information. I'll give my real birthday, but I'm going to hide my year. Although most of you who know me know that I always say how old I am. That was just for fun. So now you're given a choice. You can choose what's available or you can create your own. I'm just going to choose rainfrancis76@gmail.com. And I'm actually going to type I have a notepad open. I don't want to lose that email address and forget what it is. Now I have to choose a password. Now make sure you choose a really strong password. I'm just going to choose one, and you have to confirm. You have to put letters and numbers, and sometimes they ask you to put symbols. So I'm just going to take the password, confirm it, and click on next. Now, the recovery email, you could skip that, but I suggest that you don't, because if you do get locked out, you're going to need a recovery email address. So I'm going to put one of mine on there, rainfrancisart@gmail.com. So now we're going to review the account. You can go ahead and read all of the privacy, the policies of privacy and all the terms if you like, and agree to it. And now our Google Gmail is opening. So this is your inbox basically. Now you can, if you want, you can go through all of the settings and make it, you know, really nice. I always click on see all settings because I don't like that sidebar stuff. So you can go through everything here if you want. But basically what I'm going to do is the next step, which is I am going to go to youtube.com and I'm going to sign in. Now, here we go. Choose how you'll appear on YouTube. This is public on YouTube. You can change this later. So you can add a picture if you want. You can put your full name or just your first name and your handle. So I think my handle will be Rain Test because this is a test account. All right. So I'm creating. And that's it. I'm into YouTube now. So at this point, I can create content. I can go on to other people's live streams and I can chat and I can leave comments on people's videos, which is really, really nice. So you've created your YouTube account. Now, why don't we click on our icon here? If you upload a photo, it will show up right here. Okay. And now you can go and view your channel. And this is what your channel looks like. Now, if you've only created your YouTube channel just to put yourself into the chat and to be able to chat and leave comments, this is all you have to do. You're not forced to create content, okay? But if you want to do a live stream, I would suggest that you think about what kind of content you want. At some point, you're going to have to decide what kind of content you want to provide on your channel. What message do you want to get across? What service do you want to provide? Do you want to entertain? Do you want to do live streams only? Do you want a kids channel? And I just at this point, I'm going to go to a different tab here and I'm going to leave links in the description below. If you're interested in providing content to kids, you have to follow the strict guidelines provided by YouTube. I won't get into them here, but please do your homework on this. And like I said, I'll leave the links to all the Google help pages. These are here for a reason, to keep the kids safe. I have a kids art channel and I follow these rules implicitly. And if you break any of the rules, YouTube can take your YouTube channel down. So just be aware of that if you decide you want to do a kids channel. But I'll close this for now and we'll concentrate on the fact that we are all adults and perhaps you're going to do an adult channel. So for me, I have 4 channels. I have a kitchen and garden channel, which I will show you. On this channel, I create anything that has to do with home life, homesteading, recipes, gardening, pet stuff, and all that stuff. You know, you have to figure out what you want to present to people. I also have a channel called Rain Francis Art, where I do all sorts of videos on how to draw, how to paint, and I'm doing live streams now too. And I did mention my kids art channel, so this is Rain Francis Art for Kids, where I have content like this: how to draw a clown, how to draw an apple, how to draw a mummy, things like that, and it's made for kids. And then my 4th channel is called Spiritual Rain, where I mostly do live streams now. Once in a while I'll do some videos, but this is really just to tap into my spiritual side and do live streams with friends of mine. And this is my relaxation channel. So I'll just, you know, go back to our channel here. So this is the one I just created here. So what we can do now is we can customize the channel. Let's check this out. Welcome to YouTube Studio. That's what it's called. The platform is called YouTube Studio. That's where you do all of your settings and you see all of your content. So we can continue here. Now, the first tab is called your dashboard. And this is where you're going to see your subscriber count, how many views you have, all your top videos. And once in a while, YouTube down here will show you the names of people who have subscribed to you. Sometimes you don't see all the names. Your content is where you're going to see all of your videos, the shorts, the live broadcasts, your playlists, podcasts, promotions, all the things that you create in YouTube are going to be all listed here. Analytics, if you want to check that out, that's a tough cookie to bite into. So I'll leave that to you if you want to learn about Google Analytics. Community is a section where you're going to see comments that have been published, that are published already, or that are held for your approval, okay? And then you can click to see. I know it's hard now. There's no comments because we just created this, but this is where it is. And mentions are when people actually mention you in their YouTube descriptions or in the titles. They put an @ sign and your handle, and you will get it listed here if they've mentioned you, and that's nice. Subtitles are here if you care to put subtitles in your videos. All copyright stuff will be here if you have a copyright strike. You can't just put any music up on YouTube. There's a lot of rules that come with that, but I won't get into that now. The Earn tab is where you can become a partner, you can become monetized, you can start putting up things like super chats and have memberships, any way you can make money. And YouTube will tell you, basically you need 1,000 subscribers, and I believe it's over 4,000 hours of viewing every year. Now correct me if I'm wrong, it's been a while. I have one of my YouTube channels that is monetized and 2 are very close to getting there. It's very exciting. And in customization, this is where you can put a banner, the background, so that when people come up, for example, this is my banner here. I created a banner like this. Here you can upload your picture, and here you can call your channel whatever you want to call it. I'm calling it Rain. Here I called it Rain Francis Art. Here I called it Rain Francis Art for Kids. So just to let you know, and this is your handle as well. My handle on Rain Francis Art is, as you can see here, @Rain Francis Art. Okay, so choose a handle that goes well with your channel. You can also put in a description so that people can go to your About section and read about, you know, what you're offering, what you're providing on your channel, what content. This is your channel URL if you want to copy and paste it, but when you choose your handle, eventually what's going to happen is this will be your URL here, youtube.com/@your-handle, okay? But until that pops into play, you'll have this that you can share with people. And in your About section, you can add links like a PayPal link. You could add a link to another channel or to your website. And if you want to, you can add an email address that you can put in there so that people can contact you. Now here's a fun little tab. It's called Audio Library. And this is where you'll find your music that you want to put into your YouTube videos if you like. Or you can pay for, there are a lot of companies out there where you can pay licenses, but I would say stick to the YouTube one because it's free and you won't get any copyrights. And you can use these if you do your videos on TikTok, on, what's the other one, Instagram, on Facebook. There's a whole bunch of other social media platforms that you won't get a copyright strike if you use this YouTube music. And they have all sorts of, you can, you know, search by genre. There's ambient, alternative, children's, cinematic, you know, go through the list, okay? And down here we have a tab called Settings. Now if we go into the settings, depending on where you're from, I'm in Canada, so for me I would choose Canadian dollars if I can find it. There we go. And this is to get you ready to be monetized. So I would say just set it up now. And your channel too, you can choose your country of references. The keywords, now keywords are important. Keywords are what people type into a search engine to find what they're looking for. So for example, and I'm going to use a pizza example later, if I am a channel that makes pizza, shares recipes, shows how I cook the pizza, talks about the history of pizza, and eats the pizza, well, keywords should be pizza, how to make pizza, comma, how to cook pizza, how to eat pizza, best pizza channel. You know, you get the idea. You can do that kind of thing. Don't forget to save, but we're going to keep going. Upload defaults. Well, this is if you want to have the same thing on each video that you upload. I prefer to change the title and the description every time, but some people keep the same exact description, so you can put everything in here, and every live stream and every video, every short that you upload is going to have the same description. Visibility too, you can decide, okay, well I want it to default to private, and you can add your tags here as well. Permissions, well, I'm the owner here. If you want someone to co-manage your channel, that's a little advanced, but you can add them here. Community moderation. This is where if you go to live streams, we often joke that we give people the blue wrench. And when you have the blue wrench in a live stream, that means that you can moderate. That means you can put people on a timeout. That means you can kick out trolls. You're a moderator. This is a little bit more advanced if you're a beginner, but as you go along, you'll get to know this, okay? I just wanted to mention a little bit of something with regards to the rules of going live on YouTube. If you are creating a live stream via your webcam, and I will leave all these links in the description below, there are different rules for you if you're creating a live stream via your mobile device. If you're creating a live stream via your webcam, you don't have to have a minimum number of subscribers, but click through all of these things and just read everything, just so that you know what the rules are, okay? So you can create a live stream via your webcam, even if you have 0 subscribers. Now, here's a page from the Google support pages as well. If you want to create a live stream via your phone, your mobile device, I should say, look at this. You need at least 50 subscribers. So depending on how you're going to go live, you have to pay attention to the rules, all right? So again, just scroll through all this and read it all so that you know what the rules are for creating live streams. Now, what you want to do is you want to request from YouTube permission to go live. So what you're going to do is go to your YouTube channel and you're going to hit the create button and you're going to click on go live, and it's going to bring you to this screen. Now, this is in the YouTube studio, and you're going to have to request. If you don't request, you can't go live, and it does take 24 hours to get permission. So I would suggest that this be done immediately. Even if you don't plan on doing any live streams right away, just click on it immediately, because if you have a desire to do a live stream like in 5 minutes and you haven't asked permission, that's a long 24 hours to wait. So I would say just click on request, and then you're going to get a screen asking you to verify your account. And what's going to happen is they're going to ask you for your mobile phone number. And you put in your mobile phone number, and they're going to probably send you either a text or some kind of message that you have to reply to or put a code in to verify your account. And once that's verified, this is the screen you're going to get. It says only this amount of time until you can stream. So basically you do have to wait the 24 hours, but I suggest you go ahead and do that right away, just so that it's done. You know, if you want to live stream via your webcam, after 24 hours, you're good to go. But if you have to wait until you have 50 subscribers to use your phone, then you'll be happy that you already took care of it, because what happens if, you know, something, you put up a video and then tomorrow you get 100 new subscribers and you feel like doing a live stream on your phone, but you can't. You have to wait 24 hours. So I suggest you go ahead and do that right away. Now, my friends, if you want subscribers, you need to be a subscriber. I wouldn't suggest just sitting on your hands and waiting for people to find you. There are over 100 million YouTube channels out there. I'm reminded of Austin Powers right now, Dr. Evil. $100 billion. But it's true. There are over 100 million YouTube channels, and it's growing every day. So if you've just started a YouTube channel, what do? Well, you need to start networking. You have to start watching people's videos. You have to start commenting on people's videos, and watch the videos and do thoughtful comments. Participate in the chat of people's live streams. Let people know you're there. Let people know you're around, and try to find like-minded people and channels that you really, really enjoy watching. There was one channel that was so obvious. This person, I'll say it was a he came on to my kitchen and garden channel, and he had a cooking channel himself that was just starting out. And he would say some nice things in the comments, and he'd put his own link in there. And I was like, okay, I'll check it out. Very nice. Okay. So I went to his channel. It was a good channel. So I clicked on subscribe, and I left a lot of comments on his channel, and I enjoyed his content. And then about 2 months later, I got the exact same comment copied and pasted into one of the comments on my video, and I realized that, okay, I understand people want to market themselves and promote themselves, but if you're just going to copy and paste the same thing into all the comments, you're going to be exposed at some point. And I was just like, yeah, this is kind of tacky and it's not the way to do it. So be genuine and be sincere. Start getting to know people in the chat. Just say, you know, and when you're in a live stream in a chat, there's nothing wrong with saying to the person that you're in the live stream, I'm a new subscriber and I'm really enjoying your content. A lot of the times the people who are doing the live streams will say, well, let's all subscribe to this person and let's all support this person. There's a lot of support in the community of YouTube, depending on which community you're in. So please, my friends, network, network, network. Get your name out there. Get people to get to know you. Offer to do live streams with people if you're able to, if you have 50 plus subscribers. Just get yourself out there because you got to do it. You just got to do the work. So that's step number one. We've created our account. The account has been set up and we've got permission, we hope, from YouTube to do live stream broadcasts. So what's next? So now we're going to set up a live stream broadcast on YouTube from our computer and using our webcam. So the first thing you have to do is go to your YouTube channel. I'm using my Spiritual Rain Francis. So we're going to create and go live. And this is the screen that pops up here. And I suggest that when you're doing a live stream, you put in as many details as you can because you want people to see your live stream. Sometimes YouTube will just pop it up in people's suggested, you know, on the sidebar of your YouTube page when you're up on YouTube. It will be based on the things that you put in your description, in your title, and in your tags. And I'm going to show you all that, okay? So in the title, put something catchy. And I'm going to give you a little trick here. This is emojipedia.org, where they have a ton of emojis. So today I'm going to do a little live stream setup on how to eat pizza. So I want to find a slice of pizza. And here we go. Click on that. It's easy as pie. Easy as pizza pie. Copy. I'm going into here and I'm pasting and I have my little pizza emoji and I'm going to write here how to eat pizza. Live. Make it catchy and we'll put another slice there. And you've got up to 100 characters here. So a lot of people will use things like a dash and then I'll put another emoji and I'm going to eat pizza today. Won't you join me? There's another slice. So this is just for fun, you know. Now in the description, again, describe in detail what you're providing as content. So I would say, welcome to my channel. My name is Rain. I love pizza. Today I'm going to eat pizza live. I hope you join me. Now you can repeat what you've put in the title into the description because all of this information is taken from YouTube's algorithm to try to get your video out there to those who would be suitable to watch it. Okay, so fill this up. You have 5,000 characters you can fill up. And in this space, I would also suggest that you put links to your other social media. You can add a donation link if you want, your PayPal link, and you can add hashtags. Now this is where this sort of acts as a tag. And when people are searching for something, like if I'm searching for a pizza recipe in a search engine, I will write homemade pizza recipe. I will type that in and click enter. That's a tag, that's a keyword. So if you want people who are looking up how to eat pizza live, you can put that as a hashtag here. But let's start with doing the hashtag, and Google or YouTube will suggest some hashtags for you. So I know you can't see it, but I'm starting to type in pizza. And you can choose. You can choose pizza. I'm typing in pizza again. Pizza lover, that's me. Definitely. Another hashtag. Pizza. Pizza time. Now, I suggest you only put 3 hashtags in your description. A lot of people will put a ton of them, or they'll put them in the title as well. I think that I took an SEO course, which is search engine optimization, and they suggested that you only choose 3. Because sometimes when you load up the description with hashtags, YouTube will automatically just not put you in the algorithm because they're thinking that you're being a hashtag whore, as they say. So put in 3 hashtags. You could put a disclaimer in as well. I put a disclaimer that says, this channel is for entertainment purposes only, but you can really fill this up with lots of things. Look at what other people are doing and then just copy. That's, there's nothing wrong with doing that. Why reinvent the wheel, right? So now here it says, how do you want to go live? You don't have a choice when you're doing it on your computer. You have to use a webcam, okay? So that's by default. Now for the category, you can choose whatever you want. I usually just choose for most of them. I do people and blogs. For the art channels, I do how to and style. But we'll just leave it at people and blogs. Now the thumbnail. This is very important too. You want to have a really, really provocative thumbnail. And I'm going to promote a website now. I'm not promoting it for money or anything like that. It's just something that I think is wonderful. It's called Canva. And I'm going to open it in my private window because I'm already logged in. So when you click on canva.com, you'll get something that looks like this. You can make thumbnails for free. So what you want to do is sign up or log in if you have an account and start designing. And there you go. It wants me to log in, but I'm already logged in here as Rain Francis here. Okay, so I'm going to create a design, and basically what I'm looking to create is a YouTube thumbnail, right? And usually that's a lot of people, that's what they're creating. So I'm clicking on YouTube thumbnail here. And because we're going to be eating pizza live on our live stream, we want to have a thumbnail that has something to do with pizza. So I'm going to try to find a template, and I'm putting in pizza. And these are the ones that come up that give me the choice of, you can change all the font and things like that. Now, I'm not 1000% familiar with Canva. I do have a free trial right now, so I can choose any of them. But I believe the ones that say Pro, you have to actually pay for the subscription. So let's try to find one that doesn't have Pro on it. And there's one here. So I'm just dragging that, and that's going to be my template. And I can change it around, I can do I love pizza. And here I can do live eating. This is just silly stuff, And if you want to, I'm clicking on file. You can make a copy or you can save it. I'm just going to save it. It saves in Canva. It doesn't save on your computer. And you can add more text if you want. You can upload stuff. Like for me, I have a little live button here. Or I'm going to take this live button and I'm going to stick it over here, make it a little smaller. I created this live button myself, so I'm just going to stick that there. It's not the nicest looking, thumbnail, but I'm just doing this quick. And there are other things you can do, like you could add more text, you could add lines, you could add shapes, you can freeform and draw if you want, if you have a steady hand. There is so much you can do in Canva. So I'm not going to give you a Canva tutorial right now. There are plenty of them online. So this is going to be my thumbnail for my live stream. So you want to click share and download it to your computer. As soon as it lets me, there we go. I'm downloading it here. My internet is very, very slow. So it's downloading. See what I mean? Very, very slow. But what I'm going to do as it's downloading is I'm just going to close a few tabs. That way it won't take so long there. It's already downloaded. So we're going back to our live stream on our computer. And for the the thumbnail, I'm going to pick, that's the one. So we're going to let that upload. Don't rush through the process. It's already uploaded. So that's a thumbnail that people are going to see on your channel page. And they will see it also if they're subscribed to your channel in the notifications. They'll see it in their subscription list. Now, I would suggest creating a playlist. Definitely create playlists that have to do with the live stream subject that you're talking about. They always ask you, is it made for kids? Is it not? Default is not. So we'll leave that there. And down here, they ask you if you're being paid to promote anything in this live stream. I'm not, so I don't have to click it. Does any of the following describe your content? If they have questions, I say answer them all because it will help you more to get your video out there. This is just asking you if you have altered content, which I don't. So I'm clicking on no. And again, what I was talking about, the tags, what people type into a search engine to find your video. So again, you can put more tags here. Pizza lover, how to make homemade pizza, how to eat homemade pizza. You get the idea. But you have 500 characters, so load that up. My stream is in English. I'm not doing captions on this, so I'm going to leave that as that. We want comments. We don't need to moderate, and that's all we have to do there. Next. Here's your customization page. You want people to chat live, so that is checked. If on the replay, if people come back after you've finished your live stream, if they find your live stream 10 months from now, do you want them to be able to see what was in the chat at that time? You can click yes or no. I usually click yes. And this is something I always do too. I always click on subscriber mode and I leave it on 5 minutes. Now this is for people who put messages in your chat. If you insist that people subscribe to your channel for 5 minutes before they can type anything into the chat, that really keeps the trolls and the bots out of your chat. It really, really does. And it helps you to get more subscribers. If people like your content, they'll stay subscribed. If they don't like your live stream, well, they'll unsubscribe, but you got a 50-50 chance. And that's all you need to do. This slow mode here, you can choose seconds. That's if you have a lot of people chatting quickly and you want to make sure that you keep up with the chat. That means that people can only put a message in the chat every 60 seconds. But I usually leave it. Next up, we can leave it on private for now until we're ready to go. If we want to make sure, if you haven't made your thumbnail yet, or if you haven't finished putting in your description and things like that, you can leave it on private. But I would say put it on public. And then schedule when you want to go live. If you want to go live, you can go live now. You don't have to schedule it. You can do done and then go live. But let's just put this well into the future. And that's done. And now your live stream has been created. Okay, this is the preview. How to eat pizza live. And there we go. So if you wanted to go live right now, instead of waiting for the 26th of April, today is the 19th of April, you can click on Go Live Now. But I'm clicking on Done. Okay, so now if I go to my actual channel, sometimes it takes a little while. There it is. There's my live stream. I love pizza live. How to eat pizza. I'm going to eat pizza today. My followers are going to think I'm nuts. So what I'm going to go in to do right now is I'm going to go into my videos and I'm going to put that as unlisted, just so people don't think I'm going nuts here. Let me put that as unlisted. That way it's not going to show up. Okay, but I just wanted to show you that it does show up on your YouTube channel. So if I give this a little bit of a refresh, it's gone now, okay, so that people don't think I'm crazy. But it'll show up here. And if people subscribe to you, if you click on subscriptions, it'll show up in your subscriptions too in this area here. And this is a good example. This is my friend Lexi here. She's live right now. She did not choose a thumbnail. So basically what they do is they choose her profile picture. So it's nice to have a thumbnail. It's a lot more catchy and people look at it. You know, it engages people to come and to watch your live stream. Now I just want to show you what it looks like when you're ready to go live. Now I have created this as unlisted so that it doesn't actually go public. Only people with the link to the video will be able to see it. So what I want to do here is view in the YouTube studio. Now I'm going to go live right now. And it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be unlisted. And here I am. Let me fix my webcam here. I'm live, but I am live unlisted, okay? So if people come into the chat, it will be in this area here, but they have to have been subscribed for 5 minutes or more. And, you know, I'm going to put in a little message here. Hi, chat friends. Welcome. And I can put a little smiley or a little wavy. There we go. So there we go. Hi chat friends, welcome. So that's what the chat looks like, and you have to have a YouTube channel in order to chat in somebody's live stream. Now I'm going to test something right away here. Actually, my webcam keeps doing autofocus. There we go. I think I fixed it. Okay. So what I want to try here is, this is the first time I'm trying something here with you guys. I'm going to see if I can do it. If I can find it. There is somewhere where you can share a screen. Ah, here it is. Okay, so you see down there, it's tiny, but it says share screen. I'm going to click on that and see what happens. Okay, I see what happens. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go to another tab, and I don't know, I'll just open, I'll open Udemy. That's a wonderful place that I like to go to take courses, okay? So if I want to talk about Udemy, I can share the screen, and there it is. I'm going to click on that and share. One thing that I noticed after I created this tutorial, because I tried sharing the screen on one of my live streams recently, if you don't click back onto your tab where you're live on YouTube, the screen remains black for anyone who's watching. So always remember to click back to your tab where you're live on YouTube. Now it's sharing right now. If I click back on my live stream, you see what's happening? I've made myself small here, and I can share a screen on Udemy. And this works really well also for, let me pull up something here, pizza clip art, images. And I'm just going to go here, and I'm going to click View Image, and that'll open a new tab for me. And now I'm going to go back to my live stream and see what it says up here. Udemy, stop sharing. We've stopped sharing. I'm going back to this, going back to that. Oh, I feel like sharing a picture with you that I found on YouTube. So it's going to be, I believe it's this one there. And you see what happens? You can share this screen. So what you can do is, if you're like me and you like to put images up of things when you're talking, or infographics that you create that you can upload onto Google Drive, you can share the screen with someone and you're still kind of in that little corner talking with people. So that's a really, really good thing. I love that about the YouTube platform. You can only do this when you're using the YouTube platform on your computer or with your webcam. You can't do it on your phone. There are different rules for each platform, and on this platform here, you can't ask a guest to come in either, unfortunately. But this is for solo YouTube live streams, and you can share screens. So I wanted to just tell you that, because this is the first time I actually checked it out. So thank you for being there with me to check that out. So now what I'm going to do is just stop sharing, and say I've gone on for 45 minutes, an hour. I've done 3.5-hour live streams with one of my friends, and we just get carried away. It's just so much fun. What you want to do is end the stream. So you click down here, end stream. Are you sure? You will no longer be able to be live. You can choose not yet. Oh, I made a mistake. Or you can end the live stream. And usually it takes a minute or two. And there it's done. So the stream is ended. So now you can go into Edit in Studio. And you can trim or cut or do whatever you want. Go into the details and fix anything you want to fix here. It's still unlisted. Just make sure it goes back to public if you have it on unlisted. Or if it's on public, just leave it as public. Do whatever you need to do to fix it all up, and then you're going to ask to save. I haven't done any changes, but say I just add a 5 there. Okay, I'm going to save. The changes are saved. So now if I go back to my content here, the live is right here. Okay, it's here. It lasted 3 minutes 41 seconds, and if I go to my channel, I should see it in past live streams, but I don't because it's unlisted. If it were public, it would be here. Okay, just wanted to let you know. So that's the way that you can create a live stream, by using the YouTube platform through your computer and webcam using YouTube Studio. At this point, I just wanted to mention something. I had just mentioned in the previous segment that if you have a past live stream, it'll show up in past live streams. You know, I went and I said, you know, it's going to show up here in past live streams, but that's because I created this section. So I wanted to make sure that that was very clear. If we go to our YouTube studio and we go down to customization and we go into our home tab, this is our home tab. This is our home tab, our channel. It's our home tab. You see, home. I chose what I wanted people to see. Okay. I chose to show upcoming live streams, to show live now, to show videos, popular videos, past live streams, my other channels, etc., etc., etc. You can choose. You can add a section here, and it gives you a list. The ones that are grayed out are the ones that I've already showed. But what could I do? I could show my subscriptions. They're down here. See, my subscriptions. And if you go here and you see the little hand, you can move it up to wherever you want it to go. You can put it anywhere you want. So that's why I said it's going to show up in past live streams, because I set it up that way. I can move this here, or if I want to take out past live streams, I can remove those. If I want to remove upcoming live streams, it's good to keep live now on the top, because if people come across your channel and they see that you're live now, they'll click on it, because a lot of people really do like to watch live streams. So, you know, my featured channels here. There are just a lot of things you could add. So I just wanted to mention that. I'm going to cancel because I don't want to mess up what I had, but basically you would click on publish when you're done, and you can come back and change this anytime you want. So what if you want to create a live stream so that you can invite a guest? Or if you just want to use your phone, you don't have a webcam on your computer, or you only have a phone. I'm going to show you how to do that now. Okay, so let's set up a live stream on our phones, all right? What you're going to do is you're going to find the YouTube app, not the YouTube Studio, the YouTube app, and you're going to click on it. And here we go. We've got our YouTube app, right? Now, if we look at the very bottom of the screen, we've got a plus sign. Let's click on the plus sign. And here I am again. So at the very bottom, I'm going to switch here. You've got, look at the very bottom of your phone. This is an Android. It might be different on an iPhone, but you've got the option of a video, which is me talking. These are all the videos that have been saved on my computer. The option of creating a short. You have the option of creating a post, or you have the option of creating a live stream. So I've got the option here, creating a live stream. Now you see that little pencil next to where it says Spiritual Rain is live? Click on that pencil. And remember I showed you my friend Lexi who was live before? She didn't choose a thumbnail, so that's what's going to show up as your thumbnail. Okay, so you can edit everything here. If you want, you can click on that little pencil. You can take a picture for a thumbnail, or you can upload a thumbnail, but I'm just going to leave it as is right now. Here you can change the title as you wish, or you can do this all on your computer after. Right now it's defaulted as unlisted. I'm being distracted by my little dog here. So you can leave it at unlisted for now. It's not made for kids. The next setting is go live together. This is where you want to click on go live together. Make sure it's toggled on, because that's where you can invite a guest to be on your live stream with you, which is really cool. You could add a description here. I'm not going to do it here. I'm going to do it all on my computer later. You can add your location. Screencast, I'm not too sure what that's all about, so I'm not going to talk about that. And you can schedule for later. Toggle that, and you can choose when you want to have your live stream uploaded. So I'm going to, again, choose the 26th, maybe at 5 p.m. Okay? And then you can click on next. Always, they ask you if it's made for kids or not. So you have to confirm it's not made for kids. Click on next. And this is where you can copy the invite link for your guest. If you click on copy, your link is copied and you can send it through text, email, WhatsApp, whatever you want. Or if you click on send invite link, you can do it directly through these platforms, okay? And you have the option of copying the link again. Okay, now don't click go live now, because you don't want to go live now. You've scheduled it for later on. So just click done. And there you go. Your live stream has been created. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of this screen here and I'm going to show you something. I'm going to close everything up again. I just set up a live stream through my phone. If you only have a phone, you can do all of these changes and settings on the phone, but I find it so much easier to go into the YouTube studio on my computer, go into my content and look for my live stream. This is the one that I just created on my phone. Remember, the pizza one was the one that we did through our webcam, and this is the one that I've done on my phone, and you can see the difference. This is a mobile. That's what we did through the phone YouTube platform. And this one, the pizza one, we did through our webcam. And as you can see, I use streaming software as well, but not for very much longer. As I find, like I said, the views are not that great through the streaming software. But that's just my opinion. If you like streaming software, more power to you. So why don't we go in and we change a little here and there. So what I want to do here is make sure, again, like I said before, put in a catchy title, use emojis and things like that. Put in a nice title, okay, that gives your viewer the description of what you're going to be talking about on your live stream broadcast. Same thing, put in your description, like I said before. Use all 5,000 of these characters if you can. Put in your other links, put in your PayPal donation. Just describe everything. Put in those little hashtags that I talked to you about. And as you can see here, this is a confirmation that we've set it up for April 26th at 5 p.m. And that's always your time, okay? That's nobody else's time but yours. And then as you can see, it's unlisted here, and I'll get to that. We want to change our thumbnail to something catchy that we've created on Canva, perhaps, or if you have photo editing software, that works well too. Create a playlist so that people can watch all the videos in the playlist if they want. Again, it's not made for kids. Show more. Like I said before, this does not contain paid promotion, so we don't have to click that. Is there AI? Is anything altered? No, not at all. We click that. Put in all your tags, like I mentioned before. And here, the stream location. We didn't have that option with the one we did on the webcam, but you can put your stream location. I always put Canada because I'm in Canada. And then you want to save it. And as per usual, I go into customization and I make sure the live chat's on, the live chat replay. That's just my preference. And again, I put a 5-minute subscriber mode so that people need to subscribe to watch the live stream, but more importantly, to keep the trolls and the bots out of the chat. Okay. So then I want to click save. And I'm going to go back to details. And when all of this is filled up, when I have my thumbnail, when everything's good, then I will put it public and done. I'm not going to do that now because this is just a test live stream, but make sure you always click on public and done. Or why don't I just do that for you? And save, just so you can see what it looks like, okay? And I'm going to go to my channel. And it's not there yet. Sometimes it takes there it is. Okay, so we've got Spiritual Rain is live for the 26th upcoming. So if we had changed the thumbnail, it would be nice and pretty like these. But if we click on it, it says that I'm going to be live in 7 days. Okay, and you can see here, there's nothing in the description because I didn't add anything, but you can see everything that you put in the description here. And over here is the chat. And as you can see, it says Spiritual Rain turned on subscribers only mode. Okay, so that gives you an idea of what it looks like when you click onto it. And if people have subscribed to you, they're going to see that thumbnail as well in their subscription list. I just wanted to add a little something to this video. There is another setting that I kind of glossed over because I personally don't use it, but a friend of mine uses it and I wanted to show it to you. You see where it says, no, it's not made for kids? Well, for any video or live stream that you put publicly out on YouTube, you can put an age restriction. If you click on this, it asks you, do you want to restrict your video to an adult audience? Age-restricted videos are not shown in certain areas of YouTube. This is the part, okay? if kids have their own channel, if it's set up through YouTube Kids, they won't have access to view either your video or your live stream. But keep in mind, as they say here, these videos may have limited or no ads monetization, okay? So you can restrict your video to viewers over the age of 18, or you can say, no, don't restrict my videos, because we would hope that kids don't sneak onto their parents' computers and open up YouTube and are able to watch everything. That's what we're assuming. But one of my friends had noticed that there are young children who pop into her chat sometimes during live streams, and she just wants to keep them safe, because sometimes we throw out a curse word here and there, or maybe we talk about heavy topics that might not be appropriate for kids, right? Not saying that the topics you put out are questionable, but if you think you have kids that come into your chat or who might be leaving comments and you're aware of the fact that they're under the age of 18, you might decide to click on that and save. When you're ready to go live, what you want to do is go right back into the YouTube app, sorry about that, and you're going to go back down to the plus sign on the bottom. And you see in the corner over here, the top corner, you've got a little file folder and you've got a little number in red. Well, that tells you how many live streams are upcoming that you've created. So you want to click on that. This is when you're ready to go live. Now, as you can see here, I have something upcoming with my friend Lexi on the 21st, and I've just created this new live stream on the 26th. So when you get to the screen, make sure you choose the right thumbnail, because I made that mistake once. I chose the wrong thumbnail, and I'm going on and on wondering why nobody's on my live stream, because they were still waiting for me on my YouTube channel for the thumbnail that I chose the wrong one. Anyway, just suffice to say, choose the right thumbnail. So I'm going to choose the right thumbnail here, and then I'm going to go live now because I'm ready to go live. Let's pretend it's the 26th and it's 5 minutes before going live. Your guest is all ready to go and you're excited about that. So go live now. And then you're going to get a screen here that says waiting for guest. And you've sent your guest the copy of the link to the live stream. So your guest should be popping in any minute now. And while we're waiting for our guest to pop in, I'm going to show you some of these settings here. On the top here, let me just open up my back camera so you can see the top two arrows here. It just flips your camera. It's supposed to. There we go. I'll just flip it back. The microphone will mute you, just in case something's going on in the background, like the dogs start barking or something. You can mute yourself. If something happens and you want to just cut your camera off quick, that's the little camera icon. Okay, you can cut your camera off real quick. And there are other buttons there. There's green screen. I don't fiddle with any of that stuff. So when your guest pops in, then you can click on go live. I'm not going to click on that because it's going to make me go live, and I don't want to go live, but you guys get the idea. And at the very end of the live stream, when you're done and you've said your goodbyes and thank you for joining us and thanks to everybody who's watching on the replay, we love you and all that stuff, you click on the X, which is in the top right corner of your phone. Your guest has to do the same thing. You both have to click on the X to end the live stream. Okay? So now you've got all the information you need to set up a live stream, both with your computer and webcam and with your phone. Now, I wanted to make a point here. When you're using your phone to use YouTube's platform for a live stream, when the live stream is over, when you've clicked on the X, are you sure you want to end it? Yes. When your guest has clicked on the X as well, remind them to click on the X. You're going to be like, oh, I had such a great live stream. I'm so happy. I hope a lot of people watch this on the replay. What YouTube does is it defaults it to private. Don't forget, after the live stream, go back into your YouTube studio and make sure you click on public, or else it's just going to sit there and no one's going to watch the replay. That's something I learned the hard way as well. So I hope that this video was informative. I hope that it was easy to understand. This is for you, Hilda. My friend Hilda asked me for some help, and I said, well, you know what? I'm going to create a video about this because I want people to really know how to use this platform and not be intimidated by it. Yes, there are a lot of steps, but practice, right? Practice, practice, practice. And the more you do it, the better at it. It'll be like second nature. The first 2 live streams I did with the YouTube platform on my phone, I totally messed them up. But I think everybody does. We all have to start somewhere, right? If you have any questions, or if something that I showed you wasn't quite understandable, please leave them in the comments and I will get back to you, okay? If there's any other thing you want to know, or if there's any other lesson that you'd like me to put a video on for beginners, I'd be happy to do that too, because I remember when I started and it was a lot for me to learn. And there are a lot of people out there who don't want to take the time to show you once they know it, you know, but they forget that they had to learn too at some point. So my friends, thank you so much for being here. I love you so much, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye.